This is a special report from About Space Today.
Welcome, and thanks for joining me today for Special Report. I'm David Denault. November the 2nd marks a quarter of a century of continuous human presence aboard the International Space Station. It has served as a springboard for developing an Earth economy and NASA's next great leaps in exploration, including human missions to the Moon and Mars. More on the silver anniversary of the International Space Station next, as America and the world is listening to Special Report on About Space Today. Ever dream of an island getaway at an all-inclusive resort? Or going on an island-hopping cruise to multiple island destinations? See sun-bleached beaches and swim in the azure waters of the Caribbean Sea. Call today for your special discount prices to your island getaway. This is a special offer for About Space by calling 877-747-8631. And let's go and explore the islands of the Caribbean. And welcome back. It's the International Space Station's silver anniversary. And a man who remembers the early missions is a veteran of 4 space flights. Bob Cabana has logged 38 days in space, serving as the pilot on the STS-41 and the STS-53, and mission commander on the STS-65 and STS-88. His 4th flight was the first assembly mission of the International Space Station in December 1998. And in 2008, he served as the 10th director of the Kennedy Space Center and later served as the associate administrator until his retirement in 2023. And while visiting the Johnson Space Center in Houston, recently Bob got to make a special call along with Joel Montalbano, NASA Associate Administrator, Space Mission Directorate.
Associate Administrator Bob Cabana, this is Mission Control, Houston. Please call station for a voice check.
Station, this is Bob. Howdy here.
Hello, Bob. We got you loud and clear. Welcome to the ISS.
Awesome. Well, I really wish I was up there with you. I thank you so much for joining us for this event today. I cannot believe it was 25 years ago today that we grappled Zarya and joined it with the Unity node. Absolutely amazing. And when you think of all that's been accomplished on ISS in the last 25 years, 3,000 research and educational investigations from 108 countries around the world. You know, we really appreciate what you guys are doing up there, all the science, the investigations to make life better here on our Earth and prepare us for exploring beyond our home planet as we go back to the moon with our Artemis and on to Mars. Absolutely awesome. Thank you.
And hey, this is Joel. You guys look awesome. Thank you very much for taking time out of your schedule today. I know we keep you busy with utilization, research, technology development, commercialization activities, but we want to celebrate today all the people who designed, built, and operate the International Space Station, and the fact that you guys have a unique perspective, being on orbit, and help us celebrate 25 years of the International Space Station, 23 years of continuous crew presence. Bob and I have a few questions for you today. We'll alternate the questions. I'll start with the first one. And so my first question for you guys today is, what surprised you when you got on orbit? What was something that you couldn't be taught on Earth that you had to get in orbit and had to learn it by yourselves? So that's our first question for you.
Well, weightlessness, that is something that is truly unique up here. There is, unfortunately, no way to train weightlessness on Earth. We can get a taste of it on a parabolic flight, but it's just not the same as actually living and working in weightlessness up here. And it's not just fun, but it's also very challenging. But it is certainly one of the challenges that you don't really get to learn how to cope with until you get up here.
Bob?
So it is an International Space Station. We've had 273 people from 21 different countries visit the space station, and we've got 4 of the 5 partner countries represented right now, partner agencies represented right now in ISS. What have you learned working together as an international crew? How do you find life on ISS?
One of my favorite aspects of the International Space Station is the international part of it. As you said, we've got 4 of the 5 different partner agencies up here, and we each bring our unique perspectives, not just from our different nationalities, but also our different backgrounds, whether that's work backgrounds. And so I think you're definitely strengthened by the international partnership. It's just like gaining redundancy in things. When you have multiple partners working together, it's stronger and more resilient to any sort of problems or obstacles that come in the way. And so it definitely makes us stronger. And I think that's why we have had the International Space Station up here for 25 years now.
You guys are ambassadors to the world. And is there one thing that you'd want people on Earth to know about the International Space Station, and what would that be?
Well, one of the things that surprised me most as I started at NASA and then started training for this mission is just how complex the International Space Station program is. There are groups of people, teams of people all over the world who are figuring out every aspect of these missions, everything from our food and clothes to the science research that we'll be doing on board. They're also the ones who are operating space station. Believe it or not, even though we're on board, we don't actually fly space station. That's flown by the teams of flight controllers and mission control centers in Houston and Russia and elsewhere on the planet. And so we're super grateful to be supported by this amazing team, and it's just a really inspiring effort to be a part of.
And closer to home, a person who is a 28-year veteran of the Space Shuttle program is Don Meyer, our Space Coast news editor. Don, would you share some of your stories about the shuttle program and its contributions to the International Space Station?
The International Space Station first came together with the mating of the Russian Zarya module, which launched on a Russian Proton rocket on November the 20th, 1998, and the United States Unity module that flew aboard Space Shuttle Endeavour on STS-88, which launched December the 4th, 1998. On December the 6th of 1998, the two modules were attached to each other to begin the International Space Station itself. Then 4 days later, the station opened for the first time in orbit, welcoming the 6 members of the STS-88 crew aboard to finalize the installation. I have always considered the Zarya module special since Zarya most commonly means dawn or sunrise and is of Slavic origin. I too am named Dawn and am of Slavic origin, so I've always said that Zarya was named after me. Okay, so maybe it wasn't, but I still enjoy saying it. Zarya can also refer to the dawn goddess in Slavic mythology, Zoria, and symbolizes new beginnings, hope, and light. The International Space Station was a new beginning of cooperation with Russia and other international partners in space. The shuttle made 37 missions to construct the International Space Station, delivering major components, supplies, and crew to the station. It was a vital part of the construction of the station. As a member of the Space Shuttle project, I got the privilege of viewing a few of the modules through the window of the processing facility. And I did simulated training on the station when I attended Adult Space Camp. The first 3-member crew, Expedition 1, arrived aboard the station in November of 2000, so this year, 2025, marks 25 years of continual human habitation aboard the International Space Station. The station has had 7 international and commercial partners install 43 modules and elements onto the orbiting laboratory. More than 270 individuals representing over 20 countries and 5 international partners have visited. The International Space Station has been and continues to be an amazing accomplishment in science, technology, and international partnerships. So happy 25th anniversary, International Space Station. You have been phenomenal. From the Florida Space Coast, I'm Dawn Meyer, Space Coast News Editor for About Space Today.
About Space Today News salutes the International Space Station's crews, ground support, and everyone who keeps it safely flying at 250 miles above the Earth, orbiting every 92 minutes on the special anniversary report. In one word, amazing. I appreciate you taking time from your home or from where you work, and don't forget to click like, follow, and subscribe. For Don Meyer and crew, I'm David Denault.
This has been a special report from About Space Today.